Have you ever heard of the most Wombo combo ever done in the Wombo combo game League of Wombo? Today we'll quickly go over what the Wombo combo is and what champions you should have on your team to make the opponent's life a living nightmare. Seriously, League is only fun if someone rage quits before the Nexus explodes, right? So let's quickly go over what the fuck a Wombo combo even is. Basically, it's a team comp that has a metric ton of crowd control and AoE. You'll want to group up and teamfight whenever you have all your CC abilities up. It's important to Wombo combo all your CC, locking down enemies for as long as possible. It's also best to do this around objectives or in small spaces, so none of your targets are able to escape. One thing to note is that you'll want to be quick with this team comp. You want to teamfight when you choose the way of the Wombo combo, so don't pussy out, just go in with your team. Now, which champions can you use to make your dream Wombo combo a reality? Well, in the top lane, we suggest either Malphite or Ornn. Both champions have great initiation ultimates that knock up multiple enemies when played correctly. Malphite is slightly easier to master than Ornn, so for beginners we suggest Malphite. Wombo is a great option in the jungle. From range, he can bandage toss his way into the fight and then use his ultimate, which is a huge AoE stun. He's also a tank, so he can soak up a lot of initial damage. Now in the mid lane, we suggest playing Orianna. She's one of the more difficult mid lane champions out there, but in this type of comp she can be a main damage dealer as well as a great supportive champion. Her W speeds up allies, and her ultimate, well, we all know what that does, CC and damage in one. Miss Fortune would be one of the best AE carries for this type of comp. She can slow enemies with her E, and then she just has to stand back, safe and sound, while the opposing team is perpetually CC'd to death. Press R, and boom. She'll give the enemy a nice crit massage, and maybe they'll be so relaxed, they'll just FF. As for Wombo combo supports, you've got quite a lot of options. Seriously, any engaged support will do. Rakan can jump in and knock up multiple enemies with his W. Leonie is another champion that can stun enemies with her ultimate, or you could go old school and pick Alistar with his arsenal of CC. Honestly, the options are endless. These are just our suggestions for the perfect Wombo combo team comp. Which champions do you like to play and how do you counter this much CC? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time!